Hello, everybody. Welcome to Amazing You. I am your host. My name is Dr. Rani Thanacoody. I am a certified hypnotherapist using rapid transformational therapy. I am a life and relationship coach, breathwork coach, astrologer, compassion life force practitioner, and a tarot reader. And today I have the immense pleasure to introduce you to the beautiful Aritha Etta Aleka from South Africa. She's a social retailer, motivational speaker, and a fitness enthusiast. So welcome to Amazing You, Aritha.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rani. It's such a pleasure to be and an honor to be here on this platform. Thank you for inviting me.
My pleasure, and thank you for taking your time today to talk to the audience. So tell us briefly, Aritha, about your story.
So I'm Aritha Etta Aleka. I am a mom of 3.
Okay.
I hold a degree in languages, modern languages, specifically French, as well as a BTech honors in language practice. My professional background is in retail and customer care.
Okay.
And I love people. I'm a people person totally, and so I love to talk. I think I was born talking.
That's great.
I like to talk, not just talk, but to interact with people, yes. And people positively impacted, giving you some food for thought for the next time. So, but I'm very proud to be in the network marketing industry, yes. Where I share benefits of using aloe vera health and beauty products. And so the business has given me a platform to share what I know, as well as encourage people to live healthier lifestyles. So that's in a nutshell about me up to this, yeah.
Thank you, Aritha. This is a beautiful job that you do, being a social retailer, because you have your own team and you can coach your team, and it's a great job, and you help so many people with what you do. And we need people like you to share your story, to share your passion, and to share and to help people to live a better life.
Thank you very much.
And you told me you have a very special topic close to your heart that you wanted to talk to us today, which is about dealing with grief that so many people are going through right now. And I think this will interest a lot of people. So please tell us more about that.
Okay. So I recently lost my dad.
Okay.
This weekend made it 3 months since my dad passed on. My dad passed on in November.
Oh.
And being in such a high-spirited, energetic person, always leaving people positive, I found myself in this very place where I've been seeing people on social media comment, and every day for the last 3 months, because not a day passes by without me thinking of my dad. But I got to this being hit. I've had people close to me, people whom I love, people who have made an impact in my life, passed on. But this hit home, the fact that I lost my dad. For me, it's losing my dad is losing a piece of me, because that is the one half that brought me to life. So it hit me, and I got to this place where I was thinking, oh gosh, this is it. This is this is how people feel. It hurt. And I have seen different reactions, because culturally, I have seen different expectations, different reactions, as well as, and so, I found it interesting. I found it surprising that the fact that my dad passed away at 80. For some people in some cultures, like, what's the big deal? He was old enough. You should be thankful that your dad got up to 80. It's okay that reason to mourn or cry. He should be. eating. And I've seen a lack of empathy from some angles. I've actually been told, why are you crying? I've actually been told, and that's because in some cultures, and I'm talking now about I'm originally Nigerian, and so in some cultures, you should work together, and for the sake of your other family members, probably as a wife, you'll be told, for the sake of the children, don't cry, or hold it together. You're told, don't cry for the sake of your mom. If you're crying, what would your mother do? What would your siblings do? And all that. So I have heard that, and for me, it's a lack of empathy on one angle. While I have seen other people, other people express sincere, sympathy and all. What one thing as it unfolds, or as it has unfolded, is nobody teach you how to grieve. Grieving is a different process from one person to the other.
Yes,
and
that's correct.
The loss is not the same from person to person. So a mother losing a child might feel a different pain from a child losing a parent.
Yes.
Might be from one losing a sibling. So all is pain.
Yes.
And my experience has made me realize that we cannot tell people how much to grieve, how little, what amount of time.
Yeah.
Immediately I found out my dad had passed, I took my clothes and wore black immediately. Not because he asked me to do that, but immediately I felt a void. I felt separated, tightness or anything, and that was what I wanted to wear. And for a month, I was wearing black. And it just connected me to the African culture, where a lot of times some cultures you grieve, you wear black for a month, 6 months, a year, and in some cases not. But then it made sense why we will be black. And it made sense why in some cultures people are made to cut off from society, be in the room. But because naturally, I didn't want to connect with anybody. I'm still dealing with wanting to come up on social media and not feeling like it, or not, and still reminding myself, I'm still feeling the urge to remind myself that you're grieving. You cannot be, hey, hi, happy, go lucky. But the person that I am, I realized after a week that I can't do sadness. I can't sit in that. I just couldn't. I'm sad, but I realized that if I stayed doing the traditional thing of crying and mourn and sitting in a place, I would be broken. So within a week of my loss, I went and gave a talk.
Okay.
I went and gave a talk to some survivors of strokes and stroke survivors. I went and gave impact, and I felt alive doing something.
Yes.
To some hospital staff. They were having a team building activity, and I went and empowered them. And so for me, so this is my idea of how to grieve, my way of grieving, and it was do something positive.
That's a great. I would like to say I am very sorry for your loss, Aritha. And what you shared is very true, that every person grieves differently, and that people also have different ways. People think differently when people grieve. Yes, some people, like you said, it varies depending on the culture. They might say, don't cry. They might say, just get on with things. Or, yeah, I think that's very true. In a lot of cultures, people do not understand it the same way, that grieving it's a very personal process. It's a very personal to each individual. And yes, and I think one of the best way to help in the grieving process is to do something like you did. Like you said, you went to help other people, you gave a talk. That helps you to go through that process and to feel you are contributing to something good at the same time. Yeah. Thank you, Aritha. Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes. Go on.
much as I don't know it all yet, and I'm not even know it all, but what I have found to be helpful still in coping was I sat and recognized the fact that every morning I usually write 5 reasons to be grateful.
Okay.
So I tried to go back to my gratitude practice because, of course, there was a thing that came to mind the following morning was, what can I be grateful for? What is there to be grateful for?
Yes.
My dad's end was tragic, was quite dramatic. It wasn't the way you'd wish for an elderly person to die in his sleep or sleep peacefully if he had a domestic accident and passed on. And so I was thinking today as while I was about up and about, and I thought, much as everyone will go, much as we all have wishes for how people should pass, everyone can die the same way. No, the people may die on the same day, but the manner of death is important because now, for somebody whose mom passed on peacefully in her sleep, she'll be happy to know that, okay, my mom passed on this way. But my dad living a good life and living to an old age, but passing away in a tragic manner, still leaves a wound. I was speaking to his brother yesterday, my uncle, and he was relieving the pain, and everyone is. I'm thinking, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, the pain will still be the same. Not the same, but it will still hurt that it could have been better if he had passed on in this other manner. So I came to the point that the manner of death is also important. However, we cannot do something about how people exit this world. But what we can do something about is how we choose to handle what the reality, the current reality.
Yes.
So within that first week, one of the things I did to help me go through was to get back to my gratitude practice, made very early and meditating. And so with waking up early and writing down 5 reasons for gratitude, I asked, what can I be grateful for? And the thought came, write 5 things about your dad that you're happy about. And I thought, oh, okay. I, at that point, the thought it couldn't come true. And then I narrowed it down.
Yes.
What are the 5 features? What are his characteristics that made you like? And immediately in my heart there was a sparkle. I thought, oh, my father was good looking. My father was very neat. He had poise. He had, a good way of. So I started thinking. I started unfolding. It started for me with his features, but then when I remembered that my father liked to cook and he had, I started laughing. I found myself connecting to my father as a living person and not, someone who's passed on. And so I found I could write 15 reasons, as irrespective of what the relationship might be. And so I'm saying this to anyone who might be going through a tough time. There is always something good to find in someone else. Even if you were working, you have a bad work relationship in your office and you're going through this, feeling of dislike and, intense emotion, negative emotion towards somebody. Sometimes taking back your power will mean you sitting down and separating yourself from that negative energy and say, what is it? What is nice about this person? And you think, nothing nice. Okay, can we appreciate her eyes? She's got beautiful eyes. Yes, take that down. She's got a gorgeous smile when she's in a good mood. You write that down.
Yes.
Her voice enunciates pretty well. You write that. By the time you write down 5 reasons why there is something, 5 positive points about someone or something, you will find yourself less angry. End of the day, you don't want to be overwhelmed by a negative emotion. So if the person you don't have a great relationship, you need to remember that what you despise owns you. So if you take on the energy, I've just lost my dad, I'm so angry, why did he pass on the way he did, and all that negative energy owns me as long as I allow it to. The moment I begin to flip it and think about what should I be thankful for that he walked the surface of this earth. If I the fact that he gave birth to me, I mean, he brought well, that's enough reason to be grateful. So my coping mechanism started with gratitude, and then with meditation. And another thing I found to be very helpful, and I'll pause here so you can ask me a question after I say this.
Yes.
Breathing in deeply. I didn't know what that. I mean, I've done that and been doing that, but I never realized how impactful it is in time of grief.
Right.
Taking deep breaths and just releasing slowly and doing some breathwork exercises I've found to be very stress relieving. Okay.
Wow. I think these 3 points are really, really important for people who are grieving, but for any one of us, whatever situations we are going through, because a lot of time when people are grieving, they don't know what to do, They don't know what to do, and they are in that they go in a negative spiral, but it doesn't help them to feel any better about themselves and to overcome and to move on through life. They just feel stuck and feel like in a deep hole. So I think starting with the gratitude is so important, Aritha, because as we start to do the gratitude, we shift to that energy of love and we let go of the negativity, because only with love can we heal. And love is the greatest, the most powerful force of the universe. So as you said, you appreciate what your dad did and how lucky you were to have him. Definitely, that would help you to feel more love, not only for your dad, but to let go of any of these anger, any of these sadness. You will feel this pain of losing him, but it will help you to slowly enjoy life again, though life will be different without him.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think thank you so much for sharing that for the audience, because I know of so many people, with the pandemic, people have lost so many relatives, and I think grief is such an important topic that we don't talk enough about. And I'm grateful that you shared that to all of us today. Yes.
Thank you so much, Rani. I haven't, like I said before, I don't have it totally. I don't know what next, but for me, it is dealing with it each day as it comes. I started to write. I started to put down what's going on in my head on paper, because I feel, and I keep saying, I think my dad has been teaching me a lot more in his passing than he did alive, because there's something new to experience. There's something new. There's something new to appreciate either about how he lived or about how he died, or about what has unfolded since his passing. And in realizing that, I sit and write. And some morning, started my day very early. I think for me, it works for me early in the morning, because my mind is clear, and so I hear, or for me, I would say, for me, I could say the Holy Spirit speaks to me about that time. But I know that the divine, I really believe that the higher sense, the divine, communicates with me at that time. My spirit I'm calm. I'm totally ready to hear and to listen. So it may come as ideas. You just feel like, oh, you're so smart and your ideas are flowing. But at that point in time, my creative juices are alive and awake. And so I'm able to write down the points either from yesterday's experience that that I've learned something from, but a lot is connected to my dad, and I take advantage of it every day. So writing is helping me. Prayer is definitely helping me. Silence is helping me. nature is helping me. Walking barefoot early in the morning, doing those stretches,
Yes.
in the rain, appreciating the flowers.
Mm.
All these things are helping. Going to sit by the beach, but not everyone has. These are free things. These
Yes.
are things that we have been provided with. However, a lot of us live right within the areas where we can have access to this, but don't take advantage of it because
That's so true.
we're so busy in our minds. And I feel that if we can, if you say you don't live by the beach, if you say you have to pay to go to the beach, you don't pay to take a deep breath. You
Yes.
don't to sit on the floor. You
Mm.
don't stretch your body. As long as you have life and you can do this, look out for the things that won't cost you anything and just connect with your higher self so that you can get the power you need for every day. I still cry. I still,
Yes.
time to time, wonder, really, is he really gone? I still
Mm.
listen to maybe the last voice messages. I still take a look at a video again. I still touch base with who he was. And, I've come again from the point of appreciation that I had this opportunity. So grief is something that no one, and something that happened recently was being told, um, someone else who was grieving was told, move on.
Mm.
She's on, move on. Look, go live your life, do what you need to do, and just move on. And this was a few months later. And so I received the call being asked, what am I doing wrong? I said, you're not doing anything wrong. If cutting your hair would make you feel good, make you feel like this was your way of showing respect, cut
Yes.
it. If changing your house and cleansing the place would give you that energy to say, I want to go on and make it a bit different for the sake of this loss, do it.
Mm.
But let me tell you how long you should grieve, where you should grieve, what you should do. What you need to do in moving on is do it for you. Do
Mm.
it for your. I decided I cannot stay in black.
Yeah.
The color black, but it just, for me at this point in time, would not make me move forward. I
Yes.
cannot and do follow a lot of this because it would and what I realized, this is for me, I realized that when you are in a negative space, you don't create easily from a negative space. If you can't be creative, you cannot give the best at work. If you can't give the best at
Yes.
work, you're not productive. If you're not productive, you don't earn money. And so
Mm.
I think to myself, excuses don't pay the bills.
Yes.
Will not, that you've lost someone. It's not about to put that nice meal on the table or buy your kids the clothes or do that or give you that holiday you want. It is taking action and work. So
Yes.
for me to function normally, I've got to give myself to exercise, give myself to my gratitude activities, give myself to positive actions that would move me in the direction of my income producing activities. And so that has been that has been my manner of handling grief. So for anyone out there who is going through a tough time,
Mm.
I see you, I feel you, and I might not feel your pain just as perfectly as you do, but I want you to know that there is hope,
Yeah.
there is a way. Talk to someone like Rani,
Or to Aritha.
get
Yes.
pour your mind out on paper,
Absolutely.
but just don't sit in a corner and
Yes.
do it.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. And you reminded me of a story of a friend of mine whose father passed away last year. And it was after she already, before her father passed away, she didn't know, she didn't think he would pass away that soon. So she already planned to have a gathering with all of us. So, and she learned 1 week before that her father passed away. So she went on with the gathering because it was a way to honor her father, it was a way for her to let go of her pain and to have people to support her. And I really appreciated that she didn't, though it was a hard time for her, but she wanted to do that as a way to celebrate her dad as well. So that how she feels about it, because she could share it with all of us. And that was, I think, very brave of her to do it only a week after her dad passed away. So it reminded me of that friend when you were talking about that. Yes, thank you so much, Aritha. And Aritha, I would like to ask you how can people reach out to you? How can people contact you if they want to know what you do? So if you can tell us more what you do and how can people reach out?
Okay, so I am a social retailer with the aloe vera company. Okay. I help people look good, feel better, and focus more on living a healthier lifestyle using organic products, but as well connecting them to healthier options. I do give weekly health talks on Friday evening. But in addition to that, I help people build an additional source of income. Mm-hmm. I'm very particular about women who are moms at home or generally looking for that extra income. Mm-hmm. And so I help people. I grow my team, and it's not it's not location bound. So anyone in any part of the world can benefit from this talks and the training that you receive. We work for ourselves, but not exclusively by ourselves. And so you can reach me for more information as to exactly how to learn the business skills that will take you to the next level. On Facebook, I'm Aritha Etta Aleka. Aritha Aleka on Facebook. And basically on all social media platforms, really. On Instagram, I'm Aritha Aleka. On TikTok, oh my goodness. On TikTok, different. Okay. Oopsie. Okay, so on TikTok, I'm Etta Pink. It's easy to find me using Etta and the color pink. But on Facebook and Instagram, I am Aritha Aleka. On LinkedIn, I'm Aritha Aleka. Yes.
That's wonderful. You've shared your social media and how can people reach out to you? Do you have a website as well, Aritha?
It's www.arithazestylife.flp.com.
That is great, Aritha. Thank you. Thank you so much, Aritha.
Thank you.
Even though you are going through so much in your life, nobody would know. I didn't know that until you shared with us, but you did mention to me, but nobody would know when we just saw you on the platform a few days ago. We thought everything was okay. So you are very brave, and to put yourself out there and to keep moving despite you are facing a very challenging time, a very challenging experience right now. So thank you so much. You are such an inspiration, Aritha. And you will, I am sure with what you shared today, help so many people and inspire them so that they can as well start to do things for themselves and start to live life, because life is about keep moving forward but still remembering the good memories of those people that have loved us and that have shared our life and made us who we are today.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so go on, Aritha, go on.
Oh yeah, I was just saying thank you so much for your beautiful platform where you're touching lives and making such a huge impact. And thank you so much for hosting me.
Thank you, Aritha, and thank you to the audience for listening, watching, sharing, and subscribing. And we'll be with you again very soon, everybody. Take care and stay blessed, and love and light to you all. And thank you, Aritha.
Thank you so much, Rani. Bye.
Bye.